The Houston Texans, heavy underdogs against their in-state rival, fell 27-23 to the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. The Texans nearly pulled off a big upset after scoring 14 points off 3 turnovers and putting up 327 net yards, 213 passing, 114 rushing, of offense using 2 quarterbacks. Despite trailing most of the game, the Cowboys wrapped up a victory after scoring the go-ahead touchdown by Ezekiel Elliott with less than 1 minute remaining. "The effort today, I thought the guys just play hard from start to finish," head coach Lovie Smith said. "You know, offensively we hadn't been able to do an awful lot lately, but I thought first, the offensive line did a good job. That defense we played, I think, leading the league in sacks, and I think we gave up one. Damon Pierce ran hard, and our receivers, we were down our top 2 receivers today." After being benched for 2 games, Davis Mills returned as the Texans' starting quarterback. Mills completed 16 of 21 passes for 175 yards and 1 interception on a Hail Mary pass late in the game. Jeff Driscoll, called up from the practice squad, was 4 of 6 for 38 yards and 1 touchdown. "Defense gave it to us a few times, got a big goal line stand, and we were able to get points out of it," Driscoll said. "You know, props to Davis for being able to play in a game like that. That's not easy to come in on 3rd down a lot of times and drop back passing, but I thought he handled it well. I thought the game was called in a way that both of us were able to help us. And like I said, we came up short and got to be able to execute a few more times." With top receivers Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins out with injuries, Chris Moore led the team with 10 catches for 124 yards. "It hurts," Moore said. "When you're in close games like that, you want to finish it, especially the way our season is going. We wanted to finish it with a win. It just hurts not to finish the game like that." Dameon Pierce rushed for 78 yards on 22 carries, 3.5 average, and scored 1 touchdown before leaving the game with an ankle injury in the 4th quarter. Tremon Smith finished with 2 interceptions on defense. Rookie Jalen Petra led the team with 12 tackles, 9 solo, and 2 passes defensed. "Defensively, whenever you can take the ball away, it's a big thing," Lovie Smith said. "Also down a couple, when Steve Nelson went down a couple of our starting cornerbacks, but Tremon Smith outstanding job. Des King has done an outstanding job. Those guys just keep next man up mentality and they played well." Malik Collins, Jalen Petra. On their opening drive, the Cowboys took an early 7-0 lead following Tony Pollard's 11-yard touchdown run. The Texans' offense punted but got a second chance with a short field after LB Blake Cashman recovered the muffed punt return by Dallas. Pierce scored on a 1-yard touchdown run to cap off a 6-play, 24-yard scoring drive. Early in the 2nd quarter, Pollard found the end zone again, this time on a 10-yard pass from Prescott. The Cowboys regained the lead, up 14-10 with 12:28 left in the 2nd quarter. A second takeaway led to second touchdown for Houston. Tremon Smith picked off Prescott's deflected pass. Driscoll's second pass of the game was a 28-yard score to Amari Rodgers. Houston took a 17-14 lead with 2:23 left in the 2nd quarter. The Cowboys briefly tied the game after a 33-yard field goal, but the Texans responded with a 50-yard kick by Ka'imi Fairbairn. The Texans led 20-17 at halftime. Houston's first possession of the second half ended in a Pierce fumble, recovered by Dallas. However, the Texans' defense came up with a big stop on 4th and goal when Desmond King tackled Elliott for a loss. The Texans' offense began the drive at their own 2-yard line, but was able to add a 54-yard field goal to extend the lead to 6 points. In the 4th quarter, Tremon Smith picked off Prescott for a second time and Houston took over at the Dallas 4-yard line. With Dameon Pierce out of the game, the Texans were unable to convert the 3rd takeaway into points after 4 attempts. First and goal inside the 5, the plan would have been a little bit different, but nobody want to hear about injuries, Smith said. "We've had quite a few. If Dameon would have been healthy and ready to go, of course he would have been in there." Prescott took over from his own 2-yard line to orchestrate an 11-play, 98-yard drive that ended in an Elliott 2-yard go-ahead touchdown. The Cowboys gained a 27-23 lead with 46 seconds remaining and held off the Texans' final drive. With the loss, the Texans fall to 1-11-1 and will next host Kansas City Chiefs in Week 15.